have desert cottontails, we have gray fox, we have kangaroo rats, we've got a plethora of lizards, some geckos, snakes, rattlesnakes, tarantulas, desert hairy scorpions, all those fun guys.
All of whom serve as ambassadors for their species and habitat, teaching us the importance of taking better care of our desert home in order to better live in harmony with these native neighbors. But as stewards of these creatures, we're responsible for their care and keeping. And making sure they're happy and healthy starts with the question, what's for dinner?
We have a variety of different eaters here. So we have some omnivores, which means they eat everything, meat and vegetable or plant material. We've also got a lot of herbivores. We have insectivores as well, so animals that eat primarily bugs. So really we have the chance to make all sorts of different kinds of diets. So we have to make sure that what we're doing is fitting our diets to that animal's natural diet in the wild.
Feeding this many critters with such varied dietary needs requires a smorgasbord reminiscent of a well-stocked Vegas buffet. Fortunately for us, most of our diners don't eat with the same frequency as the voracious Vegas tourist.
We make diets every single day. What changes is kind of who we make the diets for on a daily basis. So the mammals, obviously, we all eat every day, right? So the mammals in our collection get fed every single day. Where it changes is when we get to our lizards and our invertebrates. Our reptiles, like our herbivorous lizards, they only get salads 3 to 4 days a week, and then we'll have them ready for them. Our animals, like our rattlesnakes and some of our non-venomous snakes that only eat every other week or once a week, we only prep their food every couple of weeks.
Also, very much like tourists, our guests really appreciate dinner with a show.
With some of our bigger animals, like our mammals, we'll do some enrichment with their diet. So a lot of the times for the fox, we'll put his food inside of empty toilet paper tubes and crush the ends up and then put that inside of a box and then put that inside of a bag and then hang it on a tree so that they have to rip it all apart and forage for their food like they would in the wild. We might also sprinkle it all around their exhibit. So I may take a handful of kibble and just toss it, so that he has to go around and look for all those little pieces of kibble and eat, because in the wild, obviously, nobody's going to walk in and hand him a bowl of food on the ground. So we want to give him something to do and keep his brain happy too.
Happy and healthy, we take great care to assure proper nutrition. Our zoologists are specially trained and have several years of experience with our native species. They also consult with veterinary staff and even other facilities to be certain our critters are getting the specific vitamins and nutrition composition that they need.
We really do make an effort to mimic as much of the natural diet as we can, but obviously that's not going to be possible in a captive setting. So where we can't actually mimic it, we'll make sure that the vitamins and the nutrients that they're getting in the wild are what we are feeding them here. And sometimes we may need to use supplementation to do that.
But just as we were beginning to get comfortable in our roles as animal chefs, we were presented with a new challenge 3 years ago when we added our highly anticipated butterfly habitat.
We also provide food for them, and so we've got an amazing garden staff that plants all the food that we have in there, the flowers that nourish the butterflies, but we also provide kind of an extra little supplemental nutrition, and that's with the little dishes that you see in there with cut up fruit, and then we actually put Gatorade in those. So it's a sugar water kind of mixture, which is what butterflies eat. They're nectar eaters. So that just allows us to provide just some supplemental food. And they've also got running water via the fountains that we have at both ends of the exhibit. And a lot of times you will see butterflies sitting on there drinking water. You can see them with their lobe proboscis unfurled, drinking water out of the fountain. So we definitely know they utilize that as well.
It's a complicated job to assure all our living collection animals are properly and specifically fed well and cared for. But it's also very gratifying because these diners are always eager and happy to see their meals arrive.
Our fox gets real excited in the evening, and I'll walk up and folks will be like, oh, he's super excited right now. And I'm like, yes, I have his dinner. And he knows it's dinner time, and people love to watch them get fed.